Hey. You can watch this later on YouTube and hear yourself if you want to. Okay, so you should be working on your warm-up. So we're remembering how to factor. We can do this. So today we are solving by factoring, which means, the factoring we're going to do today is basic factoring and slip and slide. And what should you always look for regardless? A GCF. No matter which one we're going to be using, you should always look for a GCF. Is there a GCF? An x squared minus 10x plus 21. There is no GCF. So what kind of factoring are we going to do? Basic factoring. Okay? Which means we're looking at the middle and the end. What multiplies to give us 21, but adds to give us negative 10? Okay? So we're looking for factors that multiply to give you the end, but add to give you the middle. All right? Today, we're going to do more with this. Okay? But we got to know how to do that much first. Next, 9x squared minus 6x plus 1. Is there a GCF? No, you can't divide any of them by the same thing. So, are we going to basic or are we going to slip and slide? Yep. Okay. So, we are going to slip the 9 to the end. So, now we have x squared minus 6x plus what? Plus 9. Now we can basic factor. So what multiplies to give me 9 but adds to give me negative 6? Good. 2 negative 3s. Is that my answer? Nope. What do you got to do? Divide it by the 9. So this is our slide part. 3 over 9 simplifies to 1/3. Do we leave our factors looking like that? Nope. We take our denominators, we promote them to the front. 3x minus 1 and 3s minus 1. Bonus question, how could I also write this answer? Robert?
3s minus 1 squared.
Yes. Because you got the same thing twice, right? This is a special one. This is called a perfect square trinomial. Because wasn't 9 a perfect square? Wasn't 1 a perfect square? You see that? So you could square root each, and then because it's a plus 1, it's the same sign, minus 6 in the middle, they're both negative. So this is a special perfect square trinomial example.
If there's the greatest common factor, what number do you divide it by?
What you slip. So whatever you divide out, it just stays out front and it doesn't do anything else. It just stays there. Whatever is left that you have to slip and stuff, that's the number you slip and slide. But the original GCF does nothing except stand out front. Like if this was 18x squared minus 12x plus 2, and you took a 2 out of this entire thing to then get this, you would slip the 9 and divide the 9. So your answer would be the exact same thing, but you would just have a 2 in front. Yeah. It's okay. Okay, so steps for solving, as we are solving today. The first thing we have to do is we have to move everything to one side. So you're going to make your equation equal 0. Let's think why this is important. If we are solving for x today, what's the point? Why do we keep trying to find x? In the math world, why do we want to keep finding x? Something with the graph. If we're solving for x, we're solving for the x-intercept. Okay? To make our equation equal to 0 means you're making me the y equal to 0. If y is equal to 0, I'm on the x-axis. Okay? So that's why you make your equation equal to 0. After that, guess what? You're going to factor. Maybe, if it doesn't. There we go. Then you're going to factor completely. After we have our factors, You're going to set each one of them equal to 0 and solve for the individual x's. How many times can a quadratic cross an x-axis? It can cross twice, it can cross once, or it could cross not at all, right? Is it ever possible for it to cross 3 times? No. If something is crossing 3 times, it looks like that. That's not a quadratic, right? That's a whole new function. Yeah, it's a cubic. Okay? So quadratics can only cross twice at most. Ready to do some? How about now? Okay, our first one. We have x squared minus 2x minus 24 equals 0. Okay, step 1, make your equation equal to 0. It already is. Check. Move on. My next one is to factor. Okay, am I going to basic factor or are we going to slip and slide? We're going to basic factor. Okay, so think in your head, don't say out loud. Think in your head about what multiplies to give you negative 24, but also adds to give you negative 2. So think about it. Think about it. Yep, don't say it out loud. I want to give people the chance to actually try, so don't say it out loud. All right. So because we're negative 24, because if any of us are stuck, if we're negative 24, one has to be positive, one has to be negative, right? Did you use a 12 and a 2? Did you use an 8 and a 3? No. What combination did you use? A 4 and a 6 somehow. Good. Am I going to do 4 minus 6 or 6 minus 4? 4 minus 6 to get that negative 2 in the middle. Okay. If you have x minus 6 and then x plus 4, you're not wrong. But if the signs are opposite, then you're wrong. Fix the signs. Okay. Okay. Yeah, as long as your 4 has the plus, then your 6 has the negative, you're fine. All right, so step 3 is now to take each one of these and make them equal to 0 and solve for x. So over here, we're going to subtract the 4, right? We have x equals negative 4. Over here, we're going to add that 6 over. We have x equals 6. That's it, yeah. Yeah, so if I were to ask you to like sketch this, say that's negative 4, say that's 6, that is not pretty. But that's essentially what we're finding. We're finding where it's crossing the x-axis. Yeah, we're finding your solutions. Not really. We used to do a whole lot of graphing in Algebra 2, but with these new standards, they moved that more to Algebra 1. So yours is they mostly want you to recognize it. Like kind of what we did last unit, like using the graph to write the equation. That's what they kind of want you to use the graphs. What's up? Why? I don't know. But you use Algebra 1 for geometry. Mm-hmm. You did a lot of algebra in geometry. No, because then when you do pre-cal and stuff, with like right triangles, special right triangles, it comes back. We do right triangles in here. They'll do either, not in this class, you'll do pre-calculus, which is trig, pre-cal, or you'll do math for college algebra. Okay. All right, lovelies. Step 1, make it equal to 0. Are we good? It's equal to 0. Great. Basic factoring. I'm going to pause and let you do it. You can do it. Yes, you can. You can do it, yeah.
If I was like just a normal box paper in the class, I would be like, yeah.
So if you're stuck, you're thinking what multiplies to give me 9 and what adds to give me -6 is what you're thinking. A little bit. Just a little bit of a switcheroo. All right, what'd you use? 3 and 3? What kind of a 3? Both negative. Good. Remember, +9 on the end means same sign. The negative in the middle means both negative. All right, so we do x minus 3 equals 0. X minus 3 equals 0. So x equals 3 and 3. Right, so what does that mean about my parabola? If we're only touching at 3, what does that mean?
That's where the vertex is.
It's the vertex.
Oh.
It's still a quadratic. Listen, because it's an x squared, we know it's a parabola. Okay? And that 2 tells you can only have up to 2 x-intercepts. So like an x to the power of 5 can have how many x-intercepts? 5. Okay? The exponent tells you how many x-intercepts you could have. Like at most. Okay? I was just saying if you had an x to the power of 5. Okay? Ignore me. We were doing a hypothetical example, not this one. You're good. Ready to do another one? I'm ready to do another one. Good. All right, 3x squared equals x plus 4. What has finally happened for us? It is not equal to 0. So let's move things over. When you move things, listen, when you move things, keep your a value positive. Keep your a value positive. So am I going to move 3x squared? No, we want to leave it alone. It's positive. Instead, I'm going to subtract x, and I'm going to subtract 4. So I have 3x squared minus x minus 4 equals 0. Like that. Okay? Is there a GCF? No. What kind of factoring are we going to do? Slip and slide. So we're going to slip the 3 to the end. We get x squared minus x minus 12. Good. So what multiplies to give me negative 12 but adds to give me negative 1? Negative 4 and positive 3. Are those my factors? Are we going to set those equal to 0? Nope. What do I have to do? Divide. Hold on. You got to divide them by 3 first. Yep. We got to do the slip and slide. Does 4 over 3 simplify? No. So this becomes 3x minus 4. How about this other one? X plus 1. Are those my factors? They're my factors. Are they my solutions? No. So what do I do to get my solutions? Make them each equal to 0. So 3x minus 4 equals 0. I'm going to add that 4 over. And then divide by 3. Oops.
Should we make it a fraction or a decimal?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. So like on the test, if we get it.
It doesn't matter. And then x plus 1 equals 0. So x equals negative 1. Like that.
Okay, it's not a bad. It's not bad. That was
Okay, the next one. 3x squared plus 45 equals 24x. Are we equal to 0? No, we are not equal to 0. So what are we going to move? And how am I going to move it? Subtracting it. Good. Where do I put it on the other side? In the middle. 3x squared minus 24x is called standard form. This one does have a GCF. What is it? We're going to divide each piece by 3. It can. So that's my new quadratic. X squared what? There you go. Yes. Right. I did. I didn't move. The 3x squared stayed. I didn't move it. So you want to move pieces on the other side of the equal sign with where positive x squared is. Yep. Slip and slide or basic factoring? Basic factoring. Y'all focus. Come back to me. What multiplies to give you 15 but adds to give you -8? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it in your head. Hold on. I believe we can all get there. Some of us get there a little bit faster than the other ones.
I'm going down for 30 seconds and I missed one.
So, okay, what is it? Yes, -5 and -3. Good. What are we going to make equal to 0? Why are we not making 3 equal 0? There's no x, right? You only care about your x's. So we only care about x minus 5 equaling 0 and x minus 3 equals 0. It wouldn't make sense to have 3 equations because can I have 3 intercepts? No, we can only have 2 at most. So what are my solutions going to be? 5 and 3.
So it just doesn't matter at all.
The 3? What it does, to the graph, it stretches it. But it doesn't do anything to the x-intercepts.
Okay.
So that's what would create a vertical stretch. It essentially changes like the slope of the curve. Is what the 3 does. Yep. All right, beautifuls. 2 more. And then a bonus question. All right, 4x squared plus 6x equals 0. First thing, is it equal to 0? Yeah, it is. I don't have to do anything with that. Oh, factoring. I am missing a piece. I can't basic factor with this. I can't slip inside with this. What can we do? There is a GCF. We can divide each piece by a 2 and an x. All right, so what's 4 divided by 2? X squared divided by x is x. 6 divided by 2? There you go. X divided by x. Well, technically it's 1. So the x that was there, we moved to the front. Because 4x squared divided by 2x is 2x. If I were to multiply this back through, I would get 4x squared. Okay. All right. Have I factored it completely? Yeah, it has factored completely. So step 3 is now to solve. So what am I going to set equal to 0? 2x equals 0 and 2x plus 3 equals 0. We care about where the x's are, right? 2x has an x. 2x plus 3 has an x. So both of those are going to give me an x-intercept. Right. Gives you what? 0. So that's one of them. And then over here, yeah, So 2x plus 3 equals 0 is going to be what? Yeah. Subtract your 3 and then divide by 2. So this would cross through the origin and then at negative 3/2 like that. It would look like that. Well, you almost do. What do you have to do first, though? Yes, Jordan. No solutions? Like as a graph? Or as an equation? As an equation, you would get eyes. Because then you would have imaginary solutions, not real solutions. It's going to happen. Yeah. Yes. I'm almost done. Let me finish. Tell me what to do first on this one. Which one are we going to move? Yep. So 7x squared minus 21x equals 0. What is my GCF? 7x. Good. So we have 7x times. Yes. What are we going to put equal to 0? There you go. So what are my solutions? 0 and 3. So this one would cross like that. Any questions for me so far? You divided 7 by 7 and got 1, and then x squared divided by x is just x. So technically there's a 1 right here.
No, it's 7x on the end.
Oh, we divided by 7. Like that, yeah. If my PowerPoint will let me go to the next slide, that would be great. I'm trying to give you time to do your homework. There we go. Jeez. Here we go. X plus 2 squared equals 49. This looks fun. Maybe.
It's a lot easier than it looks. Like, it looks hard, but it's not.
Super fun.
Super fun. Yes. What does something squared mean? You do it twice.
So I did starting right. Okay.
So when I put those together, that becomes what? X squared plus 4x plus 4? Is my equation equal to 0? No, so we're going to subtract that 49. X squared plus 4x, and then what is it going to be? Negative 45.
I was doing it right. Hold on.
Good. From here, basic factor or slip and slide? Basic. Multiplies to give you negative 45, adds to give you positive 4. Negative 5 and positive 9. Good.
Oh. That's the easiest.
So my solutions are positive 5 and negative 9. Hold on. No, that's right. That's right. Okay. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you a way we can do that exact same problem with like 2 steps. Yep. Wait for it. Wait for it. This is technically the long way, but do we see why it still worked out? So tomorrow, I'm going to show you a way to do that better. All right. You only have 8 problems, by the way. 8 problems. Get it done. Get a stamp. Okay. Let me know if you got questions. Oh my gosh, come on. Oh my gosh, come on. Be done. Please. This is going to be a great part of the video that I get to cut out. Whew. Good Lord.